The Grampians has a special effect on visitors. It's a national park on a grand scale that reminds you to appreciate the small things, like a simple walk and a quiet moment in nature. Hi, I'm Ryan. Sean and I are here at the Grampians National Park. We're on our way to MacKenzie Falls, but we've heard the Boroka Lookout has some pretty spectacular views. So let's check it out. The Grampians National Park is in Victoria's southwest. We're going to explore the Boroka Lookout and the two walks at MacKenzie Falls. Before we start off, I want to acknowledge the traditional owners of the land on which this is filmed, the Djabwurrung and the Jadwajali people, and pay respects to their elders past, present and emerging. Boroka Lookout is just 15 kilometres or 20 minutes from Halls Gap. The car park is relatively large and there are allocated parks for disabled visitors. The male and female toilet blocks are up a slight incline from here and each have an accessible cubicle. Sean and I head down towards the main lookout. The path may be a bit steep for some, though it is wide and has a good solid surface. Visitors with a reduced mobility who can walk can use the handrail and follow the path down. The surface changes from bitumen to stone pavers, which are flat and level. And here it is, unobscured views across to Halls Gap and to Lake Belfield. There are two platforms here, each providing similar views over the farmland plains to the east and the impressive Wonderland and Mount William ranges to the south. Both lookouts have railings that are open and allow for a clear view for those who have a lower viewing position. The railings here are for everyone's safety, so please ensure you stay within the designated areas. Heading back up to the car park, Sean helps me with a push. MacKenzie Falls are about 25 minutes drive from Halls Gap and just 10 minutes from Boroka Lookout. As we arrive, we see car spaces for disabled visitors and picnic tables. Heading up to the start of the walks, we find a navigation point. Nearby, there's a toilet block with accessible cubicles in the men's and women's toilets. We start off on the MacKenzie Falls Lookout walk. This return trip is 1.9 kilometres through heathy woodland and scrub. The bitumen path varies in width and some sections are a little rough, but it's a relaxing walk winding through the stringy barks and the native grass trees. A small step and narrow entry brings us up onto the lookout platform. We peer down, seeing the impressive gorge that the MacKenzie River has carved into the land over time. MacKenzie Falls is unique to the Grampians because the water spilling over here flows all year round. The return loop starts off a bit steep, so Sean helps me with a push. We return to the beginning of the walks and take a minute to look at some photos. Next, we're following the track to the Boroka Falls Lookout. It's the shorter of the two walks, and the return trip is just 500 metres. The concrete pebbled surface is flat and sealed, and roughly a metre wide. It curves around through the gum trees and ferns, and ultimately to the lookout. There's a seamless transition from concrete to timber as we arrive. Boroka Falls is picturesque and photogenic. The vertical railings offer visibility through the gum trees and to the river as it splits off and streams down the rocks. There's a good space here and a few sandstone rocks offer a place to sit. Heading back up the path, Sean assists in a few spots where the gradient becomes a bit steep for me. The view from MacKenzie Falls Lookout and from the Boroka Falls Lookout are well worth the walk. In fact, the walk is a part of the whole experience. It's no wonder this place draws so many visitors. The Grampians National Park is truly one of Australia's most stunning natural assets. Come to MacKenzie Falls in the Grampians National Park. You'll be recharged by small, powerful moments in nature amongst this big, breathtaking landscape.